Mina Aisatu Sumai Sise, and today Sierra Network can at the Ministry of Labour and Social Security for talk to the minister concerning the plan where he get for the middleman power in the country, where they go inside an office now for get to talk with them. Hello, welcome to this interview. Your name and who that you be?
Mina Osman Timbo. I'm the Minister for Labour and Social Security.
Now, we know say you first appointment now be the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School. Now you don't be the Minister of Labour. I go want to make you tell me, first of all, how you feel?
Well, I don't express me feeling. I say at the time where I did at the ministry, I don't spend there almost 1.5 years. I believe say I don't do something at the ministry. We don't able to set the trajectory for the implementation of the pre-quality school education program. Some of the programs that we identify we're not able to accomplish all of them, but we believe say with the other individual who don't come for take over Dr. David Shenge, then go able for move along with some of the activities and they of course introduce new ones them according to your own style of leadership. So I don't know I go say as far as the area where I come out.
Now where you don't take up the Labour Ministry, I go want to make it say we waiting at your short-term or long-term strategy where you get for make sure say the Labour Ministry change.
Well, I don't there before. I just come back. The first thing I tell the members of staff, especially the senior ones that were last week, I say I want to let them know say I come here assuming that I not sabi nothing about here. So I really want them to take the lead, for take me through as to what thing they can do so far from the time where me left for there. And that now the process will depend right now. I don't first hold a meeting with the leadership of the ministry, the permanent secretary, and the various heads of department, the directorates them. From there, we don't begin cascade them to the various directorates and then key staff them, now the various divisions them. All of each with a view for make them go brief me as to what in the planned activities and strategic plan overall. The 5-year would them for don't develop before they can. So that's ongoing. I don't meet with the leadership of NASIT, that is to say the chairman, Professor Kamara, and the director general of NASIT for Adabo, Nayanami Ministry. Then we don't take a look at broadly, within the operational activities within that particular institution there. So then I don't give them specific assignments we'll get for pursue, all of which with a view to ensuring that I get better information as to how within the state of the trust as at the time when me left as a Minister of Labour and Social Security. So essentially what I try for say, at this material time I know for state out me strategic vision. For the ministry, I do have my plans where I know how for disclose to work with people in it, and I tell the members of staff too for say, yes, I want to go through this particular process, and I want to do it with speed, for make sure say within this week or so, I able for conclude that process there as against next week. So when once I done that, I go able for the in a better position for talk to the public as to how I intend for take the ministry for the next few years. So I go get for the year.
And we know say the middleman power, where majority of them can work at the mining companies that we can be don't they get issue with the company. And I go want for know what thing you get for do towards the middleman power.
Well, that get for do under the industrial relations aspect of the ministry. As I mentioned just now, the industrial relations aspect of the ministry, then they can do their own plan, where they're supposed to submit to me. They're not doing it. But I know say then they work on them. One thing I make maybe understand very clear is that now me been set up the industrial court. The time I've been there as a minister, and the reason for set up the industrial court now because from the experience where I've been don't get when I be the Secretary General of the SLTU and Labour Congress, I find out for see the cases then disputes them whether between employers and the employees, and then they take longer period at the Ministry of Labour, while the Industrial Relations Act of 1971 make provision for the fact that trade union organizations with collective bargaining certificates then get rights if they want for go on a strike and make sure say they give 21 days notice. So make sure say we they try for set up a system whereby when they complain can at the ministry get a number of days from where they take there, so that at the end of the day if not able to arbitrate well to the satisfaction of both parties, we send the matter to the industrial court, where the matter can be adjudicated and the final decision reached. So they look at them processes and they make sure that we make them more transparent and more efficient.
And the labor law 1971, you getting a plan like for update them?
Of course, yes. Out of the ministries of government, I think the Ministry of Labor now get the highest number of legislations them we get for deal with. The Industrial Relations Act now just one aspect of that. You get the Factory Inspectorate Act of 1974, you get the Employers Employed Act, the Workmen's Compensation Act, the National Social Security and Insurance Laws. So many legislations there we get for deal with. So that now just one aspect of what you will try for talk about. So, but the good thing is that at the time when I've been left here, we will try for undertake the review of the labor laws. They've gone on an advanced stage now. And Adepan look into them now for make sure say what they say it in the law officers department. A fast track that side. What not go it now the law of the first department. We try for look into their aspects and they will get for updates.
How that gets for benefits the middle manpower in the country?
Well, when once we're able to streamline the legislations, we make them more easy to implement, more transparent. They make the issue of implementation become more easier. And the more you reduce bottlenecks in the administration, the faster you're able to deal with issues. We'll go to a large extent, we'll go satisfy the human being where they look for better services when they provide. So for now, as I say, when we have to look at the legislations first and look at the proposed amendments they would not make, and probably if I don't get any comments again for that area, we just move them forward. But USA, I believe, say certain aspect they will need better, or more closer look at. I go get for make sure so we do that and there.
Within the labor law talk, but any company like a mining company, we get laborers them where they work with them, then they not work with them fine. Waiting can be them penalty.
The penalties then vary. For instance, if na mines, you get the mine workers union. And the mine workers union normally then get the collective agreements where govern workers within that particular sector. They get that trade group negotiating council who side and they negotiate terms. So that collective agreement now they stipulate the method of entry, continuation, the movement of labor, as well as termination or dismissal. So that agreement is different from when you get like the teaching service trade group negotiating council, when are the collective agreement for teachers. You get the services trade group who are responsible for the other workers, they work in the councils and the rest. So each sector gets your own conditions of service as agreed between the employer and the employers the workers organization. So then specific provisions then they are not able for mention there now because as I say, I don't have to assume say I know everything. I get for look into them. I just call the head of the industrial relations for make sure say then give me a list of all current collective agreements that will exist at the current sector. So when once they make that available, they begin go through them one by one, just for the purposes of making sure that I abreast myself with that because how they deal with their matters and they now on a case by case basis. Now, when somebody from the mining sector can erase an issue, then they send and forth to the people who they deal with the matter, them, especially the labor officers, them, the employment, they look into that matter, but then go look in line with the provisions in the collective agreement. So normally now then they deal with their matters, and who side they're not able now, then they refer the matter to the minister because now only the minister now the law authorized for send the matter to the industrial court if he's not able to arbitrate. So we believe say this time around, one of the focus now for see how they promote harmonious industrial relations between the employers and the organization and the workers and their organizations for making sure we maintain industrial peace.
And the labor ministry now one way plenty people they don't they complain about say we don't carry the issue most of the time they're not going to come the way how the public wants for make them take them. So waiting at the word where you go want for send to the public for make them go no say their voice go be heard now.
Well, I think that aspect they tell people I say yes, I have a labor background, don't defend for workers' rights and this. But when you occupy a ministry of labor like this, you oblige for obey what you call tripartism. right? The employers, the views you need for take into consideration, because before you get a worker, now employer first will be able to provide jobs. So in the process of looking into the dispute them and issues where they between the employers and their workers, then we get for doing with tax and skill, because you want to protect this particular employer for making able for continue for provide jobs for people, if possible for add more people, but at the same time also you know how to make them misuse the workers, because they also get their rights them. So we have to maintain that fine balance. So the message where they send to both the employers and the organizations and the workers and the organizations, particularly the Employers Federation and the Sierra Leone Labour Congress, when are the umbrella organizations. Now for make them know say this time around we decide for build on the synergy, things that will go make each and every party become more effective, in promoting their objectives there. That's the whole object of the Industrial Relations Act, for promote harmonious industrial relations between the workers and the employers there, for make sure say each benefits from the opportunities where the society provide for them, for make them go make sure say social justice exists.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
As another listen to waiting the Minister of Labour and Social Security, when Dr. Osman Timbo, waiting he don't talk about how a plan for develop the middleman power. Me wake up with this program to una today. Me your name na Aissatou Smile Sise. Until we meet again to another edition, I say tata.